everyone. And thank you for coming along. And as I see that the numbers participants adding up, it's it's great to see so many people. So my name's Ken. I'm a volunteer with Belfast Samaritans. I've been a volunteer for 16 years, and I am deputy director for our outreach team. I don't know whether some of you might have tuned in the past and heard us talk about the Samaritan listening tips, where we sort of developed a bit of idea as to how best to listen and things that we can do. But today we're going to focus a wee bit more on ourselves, how we can look after ourselves because it's only whenever we build a solid foundation that we're able to look after others. Physical health and emotional health are connected, but we all know physical health is, a sore arm, a broken hand, whatever it is, an illness, a tummy upset, whatever it is. But when it comes to emotional health, it's a wee bit more unknown. It's hidden, and we're going to explore ways how we can improve and build on our emotional health, how we look after ourselves. Daily activities, all manner of stuff, leads to worries and problems and issues, and can take us out of balance, can take us into all sorts of areas. And certainly with recent world events and cost of living crisis and so on, it adds to all our emotions. But instead of repressing all these experiences, we need to accept, we need to reframe, so we need to rethink so that we can heal ourselves, so we can establish and look after ourselves. In our normal lives and day to day, we're looking after others, we're caring for others, we're encouraging others, we are there in support. But for some reason, perhaps in many occasions, we don't do the same with ourselves. Perhaps we're more critical of ourselves. Perhaps we talk to ourselves in a different manner. And then in Samaritans, we don't give advice. We don't help them. We help people to work out their own solutions by listening and giving them a safe place to talk, to be non-judgmental. The healing and mental health, healing our mental health and our emotional well-being is a personal journey. It's our journey. It's nobody else's. There's no right or there's no wrong. It's me, and there's only one me. So you do you. Let's be me. So it's building habits of kindness, building habits of compassion. And we can do those in so many ways. And we have the power to choose. We have the way of how we do it and when we do it. And always in the bottom of it, if it becomes too hard, talk to someone. Talk to someone. Share those thoughts. A little bit of an example. A caller through the Samaritans. This caller is a young woman, and she's in prison. And she knows why she's in prison. She has a drug problem. She has all manner of issues at home, relationships. And she's in prison and she's thinking, I need to do something. She has a daughter outside, and she decides that she wants to write. She phones Samaritan and says everything's going wrong, it's all. And as she explores and opens up and talks about what she's done and how she has come to some conclusions of, I want to write. I wrote to my daughter to say, I don't want to do drugs anymore. I don't want to do this, but hold on a minute. You're telling me all these positive things. Wow, that takes great courage. Oh, so I am. It's whenever we become honest and we talk to ourselves. Perhaps we write things down, little words. She started to read a book. Wow, I've never read a book before. Wow, doing something different. And when we do something different happens. She's taken on a new journey, and she was able to share this with somebody. She was able to share this with Samaritan, somebody who was able to listen. So it's taking that journey. It's taking that journey of oh, I'm okay, despite all the trauma and the past. Wow, I can do something. And one of the most powerful words is whenever we say, I can and I will. And that is a choice that we have. We can say it. Nobody says it for us because it starts with I can and I will. So let's say, let's look at ourselves. Are we safe? Are we safe? Oh, am I in control? Am I feeling? We all know the little exercise of our breathing exercises. Breathing in for 4, hold for 4, and out for 4. Little simple things that allow us to take control, remain calm, to put ourselves in a better place, to reset. And many is the time, oh, what do we do whenever our computer is wrong or something? We hit the reset, and everything starts again. Yes, so having the ability, and those little things help us. And you can even, sitting in the car, driving, lying in bed, you can feel yourself calming down. And another little trick is to visualize a safe place. Where is my happy place? Where is somewhere? When I close my eyes, am I on the beach? Do I hear the waves? Can I hear the gulls? Am I on the edge of a forest? I can hear the trees and I can hear the birds. Something, oh yes, something that just allows me to take me away from where I am and what's giving me difficulty, to allow me to reset. Another trick too we can have to help us relax is to tighten our muscles and relax. Tighten, screw up your face, let it relax. But clench your fists, clench your arms, and then let them relax. Those little things. I know the thing is, we all know those things. We all know them. And it's at little times to practice them and bring them all together. Bringing them all together. And it is about practice. It is about practice. The Samaritan values, we operate under 5 main values. And one of them is listening. Listening, which listening to somebody allows them to explore their thoughts, to understand, to see options, to look for options. We also work on the values of confidentiality. Is it somewhere safe? Somewhere where, yes, can I share this with? Is this going to repeat it? Is this staying where it's going to be? Non-judgmental. So it's being able to share thoughts without fear, without prejudice, without rejection. Wow, yeah, just a powerful thing. I want to share this, and somebody's there to listen. Our own solution. Without somebody, we don't give advice. We let somebody work out what they can do, what they can do. Well, so whenever somebody says, I can do this, they're more likely to take on their own responsibility. Oh, yes, I can do that. Wow. So where are you going to start? I can, and I will. Oh, such a great thing. Why? Because somebody listens. And human contact, being in touch. We're not meant to be isolated. We're not meant to be. We're meant to share, be able to talk, communicate. So what are your values? What are your values? What might they be? It could be anything. They could be humor. They could be honesty. It could be independence, friends, whatever you decide. But then sometimes just, writing down, what are my values? And we talked about those listening, Samaritans listening, being able to listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. What am I? What's going on? Listen to me. And our Samaritan listening tips, if you've been on before, they come under, they call them our SHUSH listening tips, SHUSH. And the first S stands for show you care. How do you show you care to yourself? Wow, how do I, think about that one. How do I show I care? Give me some me time, make time for yourself. Put the phone away. Avoid distractions. Take a break. Go outside. Something for me, go outside, practice a breathing. Take in it. Yes. Somewhere with something that allows you to show you care. And it's setting up. And we talked about at the start, we talked about putting foundations. And this is all part about putting down a solid foundation on rebuilding, resetting our own foundations. And write down some of those stuff. And it always is was writing down for ourselves is another way of talking to somebody. Writing down, you go, I wrote that, as opposed to, I said that, and somebody listened. So it's show you care. Write down what works, what makes you feel better. And then the first H of that SHUSH thing is have patience. Have patience with yourself, because you're not a big switch on off. Take time. Things aren't instant. It takes several goes. Don't be hard. Have compassion. Don't rush. Find the right words. Score it out. No, that's not what I meant. This is what I mean. Yes, that suits. Yes. Take time. Why am I feeling this way? And that leads on to the you and SHUSH. Use open questions. Don't ask yourself a yes and no answer. How am I feeling? How am I feeling? I'm feeling, write it down. When did I begin to feel this way? When did that happen? That was a couple of weeks ago, and I never realized when. And where was I? Where did this? Write down these things. Look at it. Look at it in a positive way that allows you to to define some parameters. Where did this happen? How did that happen? All right. Because once you're able to explore, then you're in a better position to know. And what else happened at the time? What else made me feel that way? Did it add to something? Was there several things? It could be all sorts. So don't be afraid to explore. And the last of, or the second S, and that SHUSH thing is say it back. I said, read down, read it back. Add to it, change it, say it out loud. Talk to yourself. Talk, it's not a sign of madness. Talk, yeah, I'm okay, or no, that's not good. Whatever it might be. Because whenever Samaritans, whenever somebody's on the phone, they're talking and we're listening, so many times they say something that they don't hear themselves. Sorry, what did you say? You just said you could do something. Oh, so I did. I never heard that. Yeah. So it's say it back, say it. And you know what? And it's all, again, this is something saying, I'm okay. I'm okay. Say it back. Yeah. No, or I'm, whatever it might be, you can. And the final H of that SHUSH thing is have courage. Have the courage. That is but self-exploration is tough. It is. Ooh, I know. Wow, me. Ooh, I'm not sure I like me much. But you know what? That's all I've got to go on is me, because everything works if I'm in a better place. Relationships, work, whatever it might be. If I set myself in a good place or in a place that I can build on, wow, everything around me can work, can improve, can come to a better place. It's a little bit of a time. It's a positive thing. And all these things do require practice. It's not just, oh, because I said it, I've done it. No, it's doing it again and again. And then whenever something goes out of sync, you know how to fix it. And it's little bits, it's little tiny bits that add together. It's that old thing, great oaks from little acorns grow. And it's little bits. A journey starts with the first step. You don't go away on holidays until you've booked the flight, until the little thing, and then you book the flight, and then you pack your case, and then you do all little tiny things all go together to get to where you want to go. So it's having the patience to remember those shush. Our emotions, emotions and self-empathy. Name your feelings, write down your feelings. There are 6 basic emotions: happiness, sadness, fear, disgust, anger, surprise. Now you can come up with all sorts of other things. Within, you decide what do you want to, write them down. What am I feeling? And is it anger, or is it desperation? Is it indecisive? What you decide. There are absolutely no rights or wrongs. But then it's a case of trying to understand them. Why? What does it feel like to be like this? What does it feel like? What's your reaction? Because emotions are a reaction; they're not a choice. You react to something. Oh, you get angry. Something, you laugh, whatever. What is your reactions? And it's whenever we feel your emotions, don't think them. And it's when you feel sad, I will cry. When I feel anxious, I will try to breathe and breathe calmly, breathe in. When I feel lonely, I'll get in touch with somebody. I'll make contact. It's whenever you feel them, do something. Don't just sit and that's just and do nothing. And sometimes we can look at life in various ways, especially whenever things are difficult. Almost like we're in a hole. We're in a deep down hole. And oh dear, how am I going to get out of this? How am I going to get out of this hole? And that's in many ways what we do at Samaritans. We don't look down in the hole, we get into the hole with them. We get into the hole with the caller, and they share. But anyway, the way out of a hole is in a ladder. So we have a ladder in the hole, and on that ladder there are rungs, 5, 10, 15, doesn't matter. So think of what a little step. What could you call each step of that ladder to get you out of the hole? Little, it could be anything. There could be, breathing, then it could be make contact, it could be you decide, little, because you only get out of a hole up the ladder, one little step at a time, one little step at a time. And that's oh, yeah, and every time we get up, you get a wee bit closer to, yes. And you know, and you have your name, your thoughts of what's on that ladder, what you put on that ladder. Yep, whatever it decides, and it can be absolutely anything. A positive word on each rung will, and it stays there. Why? Because you've written it down and it's your words. It's nobody else. Nobody else. You get into that hole and it's your ladder and you're doing it. And it was Buddha who said, our life is shaped by our mind. We become what we think. So sometimes, yeah, our life is shaped. We become what we think. And it's establishing that little bit of control over what we think. What we think. Because we have our thoughts. Oh, and you can ping a million thoughts in a very short space of time. Well, we overthink things. We select things. We polarize things. We become oversensitive. We make things much bigger than they would appear to be. You know, and it's everybody else's fault, or everything is my fault. You know, so think about it now. It's no, it's little small things. You know, well, and it's taken out. That's the bits that we can have control over. But again, it comes with practice. Oh, I'm overthinking this. Oh, take it down. You know, oh, what can I do? What is in my control? And also to be aware of our behaviors. What's happening? What's happening? I've a bit of lack of energy. Have I changed my routine? Am I maybe drinking a bit too much? Am I taking more risks? Am I being withdrawn? Am I stepping back from friends? Am I being rested? Whoa, look out for the signs. What's happening here? Oh, I need to do something, or I want to change this. I am in control. I am aware of something's not right. And one of the things that said a wee bit at the start, but throughout all this journey of well-being, of looking after oneself and emotions and so on, there is always the option to talk to somebody, to share with somebody, to share with a trusted friend, to share with somebody that you feel comfortable to let him. And also, there's always Samaritans, someone to share and listen. That's if it comes to a stage where I'm not able to, I can't fix this, or this isn't working for me. I need some help. And help is always there. Help is always there. During the course of our lives, lots of things will happen. Lots of life changing, and it can be, you know, loss and illness, jobs, all manner of things. And it's how we roll with these ups and downs of life, which happens to us all. How do we cope? Do we learn to accept? Do we learn to accept what we cannot control? This is outside anything I can do. So, you know, it ain't going to change. Only thing I can do is adapt me in order to cope with that change. How can I, and it's all those things that we talked about, how I can maintain my foundation to cope with the things outside my control. Make a wee list of things that you can't control. You can't control other people, you know, technical issues. You can't, you know, work events or, you know, incidents or whatever. outside your control. What I can do. What am I going to allow to influence me? All right. Things out of my control. No. I'm going to adapt in order to keep me right. Going to keep me right. I make a list of things that you can control. I can, my choices, my thoughts, my words, my actions and reactions. Yep. I'm not going to get angry because I'm watching, somebody on television that makes me angry. Oh, I have an opinion, but I'm not. I want to keep my control. I want to look after me because that's the one bit that allows me to connect with everything else is me. So how do you see yourself? How do you see yourself? Now that sometimes can be do I like me? Oh, here's me. And sometimes it can be very difficult and we would give ourselves a lot of criticism and so on. But what kind of person am I? What makes me? What makes me? Oh, that's I can be a real toughie. What makes me? Oh, it's and it's coming to the stage that, you know what? Me's okay. Me is not perfect, but me is something that I am in control of, and yes, I'm going to fine tune it and do other things, but essentially, yeah, I'm good to people. I'm kind and considerate, and I could maybe listen a bit more. I could maybe do that. But it's also do I like me? And then there's a time it can be saying positive things to yourself. I didn't do that very well. Oh, I did okay in the circumstances. It's a different way of saying something, isn't it? Despite all the obstacles, I did that. Oh, and the flip side to what we talked about earlier on, whenever I said some of the powerful words, I can and I will, is also to say to yourself a positive thing. I did. Whenever you've done something, you can say to yourself, I did that. Despite all those other things. Oh, yeah. Doesn't matter how small. Doesn't matter how small. I did that. Yes. And I can do something else. And I can do that. Oh, yeah. Somebody's giving me a hard time for doing. No, but I did this despite. I dealt with something that was out of my control and I came through. And well done me. No matter how, I can do stuff. And that's a powerful message to hold on to, especially whenever other ups and downs and difficult times ahead. Yeah, I can do this. Yes, because it's me, because I have learned that perhaps the little small things can lead to another small thing, and all of a sudden, wow, I've got where I want to be. And it's a time to, and we all hear about it, especially whenever that comes into the topic of mental health and well-being and all sorts of things. We come up with these sort of anxiety, depression, and stress. Well, all very. Do we need definitions for them all, or are these things different to each one of us? Is each one of us what? Is anxiety means different to me than it would to any of you? Does am I depressed? I don't know. I don't think so. What does it, am I stressed, or what's, all these things are all different. They're all different, and there's a definition and, whatever, does it help any? It's what's right for me and where I feel. Write it down. And why? When did I feel like that? Why did I feel like that? Where was it that whoa, all those little things, yeah, that was there and that was this and why was that and what happened? All those little things can allow us to, and it all comes to the understanding of it. And no two people are the same. No two people are the same. And if you're in any doubt or whatever it is, come back to that. Talk to somebody. Talk to somebody. Share those thoughts. If it's not so easy to write down and do whatever it is, and if you have somebody who be able to share them, and sharing and connecting and with somebody always helps. It's that old thing, and I've heard it many times, a trouble shared is a trouble to have. But my goodness, it's that one of the things that we do whenever we're in schools and we're talking to the younger pupils, we talk about a little bag of worries, and everything that is a little bit of a problem, whatever it is, you put it in the bag, and what happens? The bag becomes so heavy. Oh dear, you have a very heavy, and we all carry these bags. But we take something out and we share it. We take another thing out. Oh, the bag's a bit lighter. Oh, I'm taking something out. I've shared it. And that includes not just sharing it with others, but it's also being honest and sharing it with yourself. Don't hide it away. Don't hide it away because it's still in there. If you take it out, write it down. Yeah, it's there. It's in front. Whoa, that's part of me. Wow, that wasn't difficult, but it's there. It's in front of me. Wow, that is, I'm not carrying that anymore. I'm looking at it. I'm facing up. I am making a choice. I am making a choice to look at this. And another great saying, and some of you maybe have heard before, another good saying, and it was Maya Angelou who said, if one has courage, nothing can dim the light that shines within us. If one has courage, nothing can dim the light that shines from within. Yeah, wow. And that is, and that is, nobody can take that courage away. It's that courage is something that we build, and it comes back from that I can and I will. Yeah, and we can. Yeah, and that is something we can all say to ourselves. We can all do that. But it's like much of these things. It's practice. It's practice. It doesn't just come because you heard it here on a Zoom call. It's little things within us, and it's I can even writing down those two words I can. Sometimes go, yeah. Just sometimes it gives me a wee bit of whoa, and it's we all have a personal toolbox. No way of saying it. Our well-being toolbox. And one of the things we have it is our habits. Oh, yeah. Are they good habits or bad habits? Oh, and we can develop good habits. We can develop, boundaries and standards. I do this and this is, I go for a walk every day. This is my habit, and this is what makes me, and I bind, I things that I don't do. We can all establish those things. Yeah. Self-care. Ooh, we exercise, activities, interests, hobbies, little things that allows us to, oh yeah, made me feel good doing that. Because it's like I said earlier, if we do something different happens. And that's just, whoa, yeah. And it's if we do something do something that makes you, yeah, whatever it is, washed the car, did the garden, made a nice meal, whatever it might be. It can be anything. And we also, toolbox, we all know about nutrition. You have lots of things about, how do we eat well and eat in our fruit and vegetables, all those things. Oh, we all know those things. And it's how do we sleep? Do we sit up half the night? Do we go to bed early? Do we get up early? All these different things. Do we learn? Are we open to new ideas, new thoughts? Do we learn things? Do we investigate? Well, every day is a school day. I didn't know that before. Now you know, learn, connect, connecting. Oh, meeting somebody, sitting on the bus. Hello, how you doing? Nice day. It's being connected. Do we look after our hygiene? Do we clean the shades? Clear out some clutter? What? Organize the shelves, sort out a drawer? What? Tidy my shelves behind. It's all those little things. But they are little things, and they're all within our toolbox. And we all have one of those things, and we can learn to put things in. So it's coming to practice. And I'm a volunteer with Samaritans, not a professional. I just have a bit of over the years, heard things, listened, people going through all manner of things. And it does come with time. It all comes with, because one of the things that we can give, the only thing that we really have to give to others and to ourselves is time. Is time. Taking the time and giving of that time. Somebody comes on the phone, is it okay to talk? Yes, it is okay to talk, because we have the time there to listen. And it's also doing something that with ourselves is giving of that time for me to reset, time for me to say, I'm okay. I can do this. And I'm okay because I did that. I'm okay because I give me some time. And it's been able to recognize those ups and downs. What's happened that brought me down? Not so sure. Whatever it is, maybe it could have been I haven't done some of the things that I like to do and that make me feel better. It's but it's knowing how to correct, how to take back. Perhaps is it taking back control whenever you not so much lost control, but didn't exercise any control. Whenever you didn't say to yourself, I can. Whenever you didn't say to yourself, I did, to create a positive thing. Because when we have that positive foundation, everything is possible. Everything is possible. Nothing is built on empty ground. Everything is built on a foundation, on a start and beginning. And that's where we have it. Now we're coming up to the end. I'm going to leave you, and it was on the little blurb that you had at the start, and it was Aesop who said, "No act of kindness, however small, is ever wasted." And even when you say in the word kindness, it almost brings a smile to your face, because we know it's a good thing. And that act of kindness is not just to others, but that act of kindness also applies to ourselves. And